Zoro, the right-hand man of the future king of pirates, arguably one of the top 5 favorites in the One Piece world. However, to assign him as a navigator would essentially be the same as making Kuina climb a staircase. But what if this one flaw was removed? How much would the One Piece storyline be impacted? In no particular order, let's go through the main changes in events that would happen. Honorable mentions goes to the Long Ring Island arc where the Straw Hats were facing off against the Foxy Pirates. In round 2 of the Dash Touch Domination game, my man Zoro could run in a straight line, then it would have been an easy win for the Straw Hats, and in an ideal world, the powers of the Slow Fruit could have been added to the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Although this is still a possibility that could very well happen in upcoming arcs. If Zoro had the ability to simply walk out of that house in Arlong Park and head to Kobayashi village to save Nami, then all that bloodshed on her village could have been prevented. Like the whole of Nami's suicidal and past trauma recollection would have been avoided, and honestly Zoro would have folded Arlong so easily if he had a few days to recover from his injuries after getting abused from the toothpick of the world's greatest swordsman. But in Loguetown, if Zoro hadn't somehow wandered into the navy and begun cleaning it, he probably wouldn't have fled in the direction of where he found the Kitetsu, which he still uses to this day. Imagine the horrors if it was Zoro instead of Luffy who went into Impel Down. Shiki escaped Impel Down by cutting off his legs, and I assume that Zoro would escape in such an unconventional method like summoning Zunisha there, or quite literally go the same way Molly did by digging through the ocean floor until he would arrive at an island. However, where Molly had her devil fruit to assist her, all Zoro would have is his physical strength. It would just be another nothing happened moment. I honestly think that was the most useless bloodshed because there was no way that Kuma was killing the son of Dragon. If Zoro just remembered the right group that the ship was anchored in Sabondi, then we could have prevented so many bounty hunters getting beaten up, but then we wouldn't get to see Zoro nearly kill a celestial dragon, and this would definitely spell his end. If punching a celestial dragon nearly resulted in ending the series early, then killing him would probably guarantee that Luffy would be in the market for a new right-hand man. Zoro does, however, show up on Sabondi with no problems thanks to Perona, but he does get on the wrong ship, so he ends up ruining the dreams of a whole crew who wanted to conquer the new world. This walking tragedy of a man has literally destroyed countless people's dreams due to his inability to follow directions. In Dressrosa, if Zoro had just managed to stick with Law and Luffy throughout without wandering around the castle, he could have helped in stopping Doflamingo and putting up the bird cage. Everyone else got so beaten up and battered, but Zoro literally walked out of there without a scratch. Law and Luffy were both at death's door after fighting Doflamingo, and Law even had a whole round of bullets emptied into him. Even Usopp got absolutely cooked in the process of taking out Sugar. Apart from Pika's size, he really was not even a threat, and Zoro should have instead faced off against Fujitora for a bit longer, as we only saw them exchange blows very briefly. Sabo and Zoro teaming up against Fujitora would have been a sight to behold, as quite honestly, I do think that they would have a very good chance of winning in a long drawn out battle. One was hilarious when both Luffy and Zoro were sneaking into the castle and got lost, so they ended up creating so much ruckus just to reach the top of the castle whilst the samurai were literally getting slaughtered. All of them could have been so easily avoided if Luffy and Zoro just took the staircase to reach the top of the castle. Zoro just slices a whole wall and still expects to maintain their cover, and scolds Kid and Killer for not maintaining their cover. So in conclusion, it can be assumed that if Zoro could find his way in a straight line, then the dreams of so many other pirates would still be alive, and Luffy would probably be the king of pirates by now.